Very good morning, dear students. Welcome back once again. Myself Kavita Deshpande. I'm your SST teacher and I'm from Pratibha International School. I hope you all are fine, students. I hope you all are doing well, right? In today's session, I am going to take the revision of lesson number 1 of geography, and the name of the lesson is our environment. I would like to share the PT1 syllabus, students. Total 8 lessons are there. History lesson number 1, 2 and 3. Geography lesson number 1, 2 and 3. And civics first 2 lessons are there. Okay. Before that also I shared this portion of PT1. Again I am sharing here because many students have not completed their notes yet. Okay. For them I would like to say I have sent the PDF scan notes of textbook marking through Prism. Okay. If you have any problem to write the notes, please go through that textbook marking PDF notes and mark these notes in your textbook and complete it from there itself. But complete these notes faster, students, and upload it in the Google Drive. Okay. In today's session, I am going to take the revision of lesson number 1 of geography, and the name of the lesson is our environment. What we learned in this lesson, students? Yes, in this lesson we understand what is environment, right? And we understand the various components of both natural and human environment, right, student? We will go through the concept map of this lesson. It is there in your textbook also. Please go through it for better understanding. First, we will understand the meaning of environment. The environment is comprises the biotic and abiotic surrounding. What is biotic, student? Biotic, it means relating to living organism, and abiotic, it means physical rather than biological, right? So the environment is comprises the biotic and abiotic surroundings of an organism or population, and include the factors that have an influence on their survival, development and evolution. So that our environment, we can say, it is made up of surroundings we live in, right? These involve the place where we live, right? The plant and animal life that exists there, and the people and things that surround us. So our surroundings influence our lives just as we influence our surroundings with our activities. So the environment may be broadly divided into two categories. These are natural environment and human environment, right, student? The natural environment comprises the four realms of the earth. These four realms are atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. Now we will go through one by one. First one, that is atmosphere. Atmosphere is the gaseous layer which surrounds the earth, and it is kept in place by earth's gravitational pull, right? Atmosphere is the gaseous layer which surrounds the earth and is kept in place by earth's gravitational pull. The air around us is a mixture of gases, right, student? Out of which nitrogen is the most abundant, constituting how much percent? 78% of the total amount, right? Nitrogen is essential to maintain soil fertility. Again, oxygen makes up 21% of the air, and it's really essential life-giving gas, right? And the gases found in small amounts include carbon dioxide, which is required by plants during the process of photosynthesis, and it is a greenhouse gas and is responsible for keeping the atmosphere warm. Water vapor is another important constituent of atmosphere which condenses to cause precipitation. Again, ozone gas, it is also important. Why it is important? Because it protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun, right, students? And in which we learned in atmosphere, we learned about the various layers of the atmosphere. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, exosphere, right, student? About all this we learned. Now the next one we will see, that is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is made up of all the water bodies on the earth, right? It consists of all water bodies on the earth. The frozen ice is the glacier and polar ice caps. Underground water and water vapor is in the air also constitute the hydrosphere. Oceans that makes up 71% of the Earth's surface. It form the major part of the hydrosphere, right? And water is circulated in all realms of the Earth through the water cycle, which supports life on the planet. Oceans are a great source of food and mineral wealth. Oceans are not only important for trade and transportation, but also help in moderating the climate of coastal areas, right? The third one, that is lithosphere. Lithosphere, it means it is the outer solid crust of Earth. It is known as lithosphere, right? Lithosphere comprises the outer solid crust of the Earth and it is made of rocks. This crust comprises the continents and the ocean beds. Various landforms include mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, hills, deltas, island and peninsular, etc. Okay, and the lithosphere is the home of humans and many plants and animals. Now the fourth one, that is biosphere. Biosphere is a narrow contact zone of air, water and land where living organisms exist. Okay, it is made of distinctive zones called biomes. What is biome, students? It means a large naturally occurring community of flora and fauna occupying a major habitat. Okay, so it is made up of distinctive zones. It calls biomes or ecosystem which coincide with the climate zones of the world, right? So here we discuss about natural environment. Now human environment. Humans dominate the planet Earth and make changes to their surroundings to suit their needs. This is why they form the most important part of the environment. Small population of primitive people that lived in dense forests and other isolated areas adapted to their environment and lived in harmony with nature. On the other hand, large population of developing and developed nations bring great changes to their natural environment to suit their needs, thereby causing ecological imbalance. See, here we will see in human environment, different aspects of human environment are political, social, cultural and economic. Human beings affect and also get affected by environmental changes. Government responds by enacting laws to safeguard environment. Now we will see the last point of this lesson, that is sustainable development. Remarkable work has been done for development of human environment. See here, efforts being made to balance environment, protection and economic development. Efforts by government in this direction are coastal zone regulation notification, that is in 1991. Okay, second one, environmental impact assessment in 1996. Then promotion of organic farming and decentralized water harvesting. These are the efforts which being made to balance environment, right? Spread of organic farming network in states like Maharashtra, Uttarakhand and with other states also supporting this type of farming. And women self-help group, that these are the SHGS, manufacturing products based on natural resources in most states. Decentralized water harvesting facilities which provide relief in drought prone areas like Alwar in Rajasthan. People are being encouraged to practice rainwater harvesting. And steps towards conservation of forest and wildlife have been initiated by thousands of villages in Odisha, Uttarakhand, Nagaland, Maharashtra and other states. So such method along with the policies introduced by the government agencies are hopefully leading us to more sustainable and equitable future for human environment in India. So here we summarize this lesson, student. We had gone through this lesson one more time. I hope your doubts related to this lessons are clarified now. We will discuss the question answers of this lesson now. We will go through the exercise of this lesson. It is there in your textbook. Already I have seen the worksheet of this lesson also when I have explained this lesson. Yes, now we will discuss this question answer. Please go through it. First one, filling the blanks. The environment comprises the biotic and abiotic surroundings of an organism. Second, nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere, right? Third, oceans make up how much percent of the earth's surface, student? Yes, ocean make up 71% of the earth's surface. Fourth, dash is made up of rocks and forms the continents and ocean beds. Yes, what will be the answer? Crust. Crust is made up of rocks and forms the continents and ocean beds. Next, biosphere is a narrow contact zone of air, water and land where living organisms exist. Now the next question, choose the correct option. Options are given there in your textbook. You have to choose the correct option and you have to write it. First one, the gas that makes up the realms of the earth. Yes, what will be the answer, student? Is it lithosphere, atmosphere or hydrosphere? The correct answer is hydrosphere. Second, this gas condenses to cause precipitation. Which one gas? Oxygen, ozone or water vapor? What will be the correct answer? The answer is water vapor. Third, this is an abiotic components of an environment. Which one? Options are given like rock, tree, bacteria. What will be the correct answer? Rock. Fourth one, this animal lives in an aquatic ecosystem. Which animal lives in an aquatic ecosystem, student? Yes, fish. Okay, fish. This animal lives in an aquatic ecosystem. Fifth one, these human activities upset the ecological balance. Which one human activities? Deforestation. Yes. Now the next question, that is answer the following questions very briefly. First question, name the 4 realms of the earth. Yes, now we discuss about it, student. Yes, which are the 4 realms of the earth? The 4 realms of the earth are atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Second, what is an ecosystem? Yes, an ecosystem is made up of plants and animals living and interacting in a distinct physical environment where energy and matter is continually recycled. Third, give the importance of troposphere. What is the importance of troposphere, student? The troposphere is the most important layer because all weather activities occur here, right? And this layer also contains all life sustaining gases. Next question, define water cycle. Yes, what is water cycle, student? Water cycle is the circulation of water in all the realms of the earth. Fifth one, how are oceans useful to humans? Yes, we discuss about this, student. How these oceans are useful to humans. Oceans are a great source of food and mineral wealth. Oceans are important for trade and transportation and also help in moderating the climate of coastal areas, right? Now the next question, answer the following questions briefly. First, what is the difference between natural environment and human environment? Yes, what is the difference, student? The natural environment includes all living and non-living things which occurs naturally on earth, right? And human environment, it includes all the people who live on earth and all the things they have made, such as buildings, roads, tunnels, factories, etc., right? Second, what is atmosphere? Yes, what is atmosphere? We discuss about this also, student. Yes, what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the gaseous layer which surrounds the earth and is kept in place by earth's gravitational pull. Next, define lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Lithosphere comprises all landforms found on the Earth's surface. Right? Fourth one, how is biosphere important for the sustenance of human life? How is biosphere important for the sustenance of human life? Because the biosphere provides a wide range of resources for the sustenance of human life. And the last question, that is, what is hydrosphere? Hydrosphere includes all forms of water found on Earth, below its surface and in its atmosphere. So here in today's session, student, we revised and summarized lesson number 1 of geography. We discussed the question answers of this lesson, right students? I hope the doubts related to these lessons are clarified now. Still, if you have any doubt related to this lesson, you can drop your mail on the given mail ID, that is the 8bct@pratibhaintschool.org. Only SST related doubts you can drop on this mail ID, right students? And don't forget to write comments in the comment box without fail, because it's going to consider your attendance. So write comments without fail, student. Okay, simply what you have to write your name, standard deviation, and you have to mention there whether you understand this video or you didn't understand it. Okay, today's session is all about it, students. Thank you and have a nice day.